Now that I've finally listened to all of the topping D-line DACs, let's make one big final showdown. Now let's start with the build quality. We have some brushed aluminum case and thick front plate on D10 and D30. It feels sturdy, it looks pretty, no complaints there. But D50 is a different kind of beast. It's made of one solid piece of machined aluminum, heavy as a rock, and in matte finish it looks and feels quite premium. You can notice that D30 is the only one that doesn't have a display. Well, it actually doesn't need one. You can control everything using these switches. You can choose inputs and turn it on and off. D10, for example, has a display, but the only thing it's used for is to show the sample rate of the file being played, because D10 doesn't have any kind of controls. It turns on and off automatically with your PC, it has only one input, which is USB, and it's pure DAC without volume controls. So it's the simplest model among them. On the other hand, both D30 and D50 offer three different types of inputs: USB, optical, and coaxial. So you can hook your PC and TV at the same time, for example. You may think at first glance that D10 has them too, but actually coaxial and optical are only outputs here, so you cannot use them as inputs, unfortunately. Now, D50 is the most function-packed model here. It's the only one that offers volume control, so it can be used as a preamp too. It's also the only one that offers the choice of 7 different roll-off filters to play with. So, unlike D10, which offers display only as a moniker, it's actually used on D50 to control several of its functions. Now, in terms of sound quality, D10 here offers well-balanced, clean and lively presentation. Listening it on its own, I don't find any serious faults. This is the sound that is better than any small USB dongle like SMSL Idea and can easily be compared to some more expensive DACs like AudioQuest Dragonfly or HRT models, for example. It's well worth the asking price. Now, jumping to D30, you get some additional authority and fullness to the sound. Bass is deeper and overall dynamics and energy of the sound are slightly better. And just that is good enough to justify the small price premium in my opinion. Now, moving further to D50, you get some additional control and grip on the bass notes, some increased sharpness in mids and highs too. But you also lose some of mid-bass and low-mids fullness, which can make it sound a bit overly analytical and dry in some systems. It may also be very good for some amps, speakers and headphones that sound fat or muddy, so they need some edginess. But it's something to be aware of, especially if you plan to partner it with very revealing equipment. Honestly, D30 is probably a safer bet for most systems, offering the almost same level of details, completely same energy and dynamics, but in a bit more relaxed and natural way, with juicier upper bass and mids. So, to conclude, D10 is a great little device in isolation. If you have it already and you don't need extra inputs, don't worry about other models and simply enjoy your music. But if you're on the market right now, thinking which one to get, I must say that D30 offers even better sound quality, which in my book makes it well worth this additional $25 it costs. Now, add to that more inputs you get, and this model is really hard to beat. D50 on the other hand is much more expensive than D30, twice the price. It can be used as a preamp and it's beautifully built, and all of you have to decide how much is that worth to you. But just in terms of sound quality, it's not a step up you might expect it to be. It's not actually that much better, as it is different from D30. So if your pursuit is to find the best bang for buck, D30 is still the king of the hill. Its performance almost matches the D50s. Its signature even makes it easier to match with other equipment, and all of that for the price that is just a little bit over the price of D10. I can recommend both D10 and D50 to some people with specific needs or budgets. But D30 is really a sweet spot here. It's just crazy good value for the money. So on that note, I'll end this comparison in hopes it was useful for some of you. Thanks for watching.